Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz if you're new here, and today we are going to be talking about student teaching featuring my very messy desk. So a little bit of background. I am a super senior finishing up my elementary education degree with a concentration in math, and this was supposed to be my semester student teaching, you know, getting in the classroom, doing all that fun stuff. But fortunately with COVID, I did not have the opportunity to finish my student teaching in person. So I posted like a little question, what do you want to know about student teaching, on my Instagram story, and we had some replies. So I have some questions that I'm going to answer at the end, but I'm mostly just going to give you a little backstory about what I'm doing now. So the first 8 week, my first placement was supposed to be 4th grade, which I did, and my 4th grade classroom was ELA and math. My second placement was supposed to be in early kindergarten. I didn't get to go to early kindergarten, and they had to kind of like rework all of our placements. My teacher from 4th grade was nice enough to let me stay with her. So my first semester I worked on a unit plan, which I did geometry on, and I did all that, and I had my solo week teaching. Your solo week is just your week where you're all on your own. When I first went into this, I thought that there was going to be a lot more being all on my own, but it really is, as long as you have a good teacher, scaffolded very well, so you have a good experience and you have an opportunity to teach on your own, but you're not thrown into it. So that's one part that I really liked. And this is my student teaching binder. This has everything. This is life in student teaching. It was more important when I was teaching in the classroom. We had to type up reflections daily. My supervisor wasn't like super strict about it, but you know, some supervisors would be like, tell me everything you did today and then reflect on that after. Or mine was just like, just write a paragraph and that will be good, which I liked. And like, I did write about stuff that I did like, didn't like, so I don't know, that was beneficial for me. That's what we did in our binders. And also, what was it called? Oh, observations. So my teacher, my cooperating teacher, would do weekly observations of me, or I guess like kind of like a reflection sheet they would fill out, and my supervisor would fill out observations of me, and then I would put that all in my binder. So observations would go with the lessons I taught, etc. So that's how my second placement was supposed to be as well. Obviously it's not, because this is where I'm working from. This is like my classroom and where I'm the teacher and the student, because this semester, or this quarter now, I'm doing a lot more learning, I guess, like not really student teaching. So they came up with an idea where we are each going to be, like, every person has to do 2 instructional activities and then 1 professional development per week. So we have to upload an instructional activity, like all the resources we used for it, and then we have to upload a like questionnaire filled out about each of those, and then what's the other thing? Oh, professional development. So your professional development is something that you choose to do online, and they provide us with like a lot of different free resources. So since it's week 2 right now, the first one that I did was 6 steps to universal design for learning, which was really interesting. I learned a lot about it in my first semester at school, in my special ed class, but they really like dove deeper into it, and it was interesting. Yeah, so I've been like really enjoying the professional development aspect. I think that as long as you find something that like you're interested in, or you feel like it's gonna be helpful, then you're gonna be good. So each week I'm in my class and and other student teachers as well. So I post activities on Mondays and Wednesdays, and she posts activities on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So being that we are in New York, we're supposed to have no spring break. Like, it's supposed to be just like continuous instruction, and meals are still being delivered to all the students. But my school district specifically is allowing this as a catch-up week. Being that it's distance learning, it's really difficult to get all the students on the same page. The school district that I'm in, we're not doing like the weekly or daily Zoom meetings. I know that a lot of classes are. We're not. Honestly, it's just not, it's not possible for all school districts to have that opportunity. So it's definitely a little harder, but we, like, you know, have the opportunity to email with them, do all that kind of stuff. So like, we're lucky in that aspect that we still have like that continued communication with them. So a little bit more about my student teaching binder. I created this on Canva and PowerPoint. So I created this on PowerPoint. The title with this font I downloaded from Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's Hello Harley. Hello Harley. And so I wanted it to be like one where I could color in the letters in between, like color in the letters. And then these shapes, so like this little shape and this shape, I got these off of Canva. And then I just printed it out and like colored it in and everything, because I love coloring. So I didn't want things that were like pre-colored and all that. Also, I don't have color ink for my printer, so yeah. Trying to think what else I have to say about student teaching right now. Nothing really. I guess I'll answer some questions. So the first question I got was, are you able to form a relationship with the students? If so, do you keep it? Yes. If we're talking about in general student teaching, I'm lucky, so lucky that I'm able to be with the same class, and I was able to form relationships with the students. We really got to know each other because I had these kids all day, every day, even though they left for 2 blocks of the day, like 2 40-minute periods to go to their other classes. I went with them to lunch. At first, I really hated it. I was like, I don't want to eat lunch with my students. Like, why? Like, why don't I get a separate lunch? That was like my first day last semester. Anyway, I was like, why? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It's so important for relationship building. And I really like, you know, you might not be there for recess. The other teachers are, but they are teachers who know them. Being able to eat lunch with them and, you know, walk around and be in their conversations is so important for relationship building. One thing that I would say is good to, like, you know, continued relationship is maybe like checking back with their, like, that school the next year or something like that. I don't know. I know a lot of student teachers might like write a letter to the students like the next year. If you're in the lower grades, it's like easier to stay in touch with them and everything. But I do think that they'll remember you if you had like a positive interaction or a positive relationship with them in the classroom. So it's always something to keep in mind for when you're student teaching. My next question was, how has distance learning affected your teaching style? From my sister Rita. You have to kind of find your new teaching style. Like, I guess like it could be the same, but you have to adapt. Like, the things that you say to your students or like walking around the classroom to check in with people isn't the same. Like, you can't do that online. So maybe reaching out by email or having an opportunity for all the students to come in on a Zoom chat at the same time. Like, that's really beneficial to your students getting that feel of your teaching style and being able to have that relationship with you. So yeah, it's been really different because I can't see their facial reactions, see if they're struggling with things. It's really, they have to reach out to us and say, what do I do for this question, or how do I do this? So it's definitely made it more difficult to kind of distinguish how you want to be around your students, or kind of like feeding off of their opinions and feelings about the work you're assigning. Yeah. Let's see. What do you like best about having student teaching online? Okay, so from this personal perspective, I have time at home. I don't have to drive to school. I don't have to put on regular clothes. My outfit today is this jacket and a tank top and leggings, and I don't have to get ready for the day. That's exciting. I feel as if I have to be more creative, so I'm definitely like learning how to work around these challenges, which I think is going to be serving me well in the future. I know how to work around these problems. How am I going to get past them? You know, resume, survived teaching COVID-19 online. But didn't ask for the negative, but I'm going to tell you what negatives are. Don't get to see my students in person. I miss them. It's not as personal, it doesn't feel. I don't know how is this really gonna play out for me. Like, I just feel like I'm missing out on so much valuable in classroom and person experience, but also I know that I'm still getting a lot of valuable experience from working online. I'm really like working to get to know my students. I have to put a lot more effort in, but I think that it's worth it, obviously. I also have way more time to work on projects. Like, I've been organizing my whole office, working, and I like that aspect. It's been really helpful. So yeah, let's see if I have any more questions. No more questions. But yeah, I think that kind of just like sums up what I've been up to lately, what I've been doing, student teaching from home. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions about student teaching, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram at The Life of a Busy Bee, and we can chat about everything that's going on in the world. Talk online teaching. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!